Alright, testing, testing. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, it sounded like my mic was sped up. Okay, there we go. That is a lot better. Just gonna check a few things. I also put out a new video, so I just wanna see if all those things are taken care of. Okay, okay. Alright, let's get into the stream. Oh, let's see if this jewels exists. Let's start off by buying an expensive jewel. It's not perfect roll, but it is very close, and honestly, 1% difference for me is like whatever. Okay, is this guy actually gonna sell it though? That's the question. Is this guy gonna sell it? Oh, nice. Oh, Northern Fort. Oh, oh, oh. I almost teleported away. Actually, I'm actually not even sure if I have enough. What's it called? XP. Or, wait, do I even have slot for this? What am I talking about? There we go. Rain of Splinters, 31% reduced damage. Perfect. Where is the waypoint? Do I even have a slot for this? Let's take a look. We do. Perfect. Boom. Right there. Rain of Splinters. Now, what we actually want to do is we want to move this jewel over here. Yeah, I think. Okay, and then I think we're gonna do a Shaper Guardian rotation. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, I don't have any scours. Oh, but we know a trick. We know how to get scours. Got a lot of chance orbs.
Yes.
I think we're gonna buy. Yeah, 30 is good enough for now. You know, we might be able to take them on rare, but for the time being, we're just gonna kind of just leave it. And then we're gonna Horizon. Easy, easy first try. Actually, the other thing um, is I should use these essence. Wait, how much is it per chaos? It's like 12 chaos per. Hmm. We could test it. Yeah, you know what? We could test it. And then yeah, we could test these. These are pretty cheap. We're only gonna be able to test it for 3 maps, but that's totally fine. I might just, run them blue. So we don't get like some crazy modifiers that are super annoying. That's fine. That's not fine. Possessed, extra LE. We actually need to upgrade our gloves to actually inflict exposure. Do we have any exotic currency? We do. Which one is this? Eater. Okay, let's see if we get some Eater. Lightning, of course. Interesting. Rip.
I'll need to be lighter on my feet to use this.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's fine. This is not fine. Yeah, we don't really need recovery. Definitely not this. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, let's see how good these essences are. We actually need to get all the other devices, but it's okay, it's okay. Where's essence? There we go. Essence. Make sure we get the essence one on. Okay, now with the new jewel, we should actually be much, much stronger. Be firing a lot of projectiles.
One of my captains, the beast within his
You are being controlled by greater forces.
You know what? Yeah, let's keep Deli on. Delirium is sort of rippy, both for the build and for the frame rates, but see how it goes. Seems pretty good so far. Ooh. Probably don't need to do that as much. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna turn Delirium off because there's just so much on my screen right now. So much on my screen. Okay, first let's get this rare. We're gonna juice it all the way, you know. We don't care. maximum usage from the Crucible League. Okay, we're gonna run away though. We gotta be a little strategic. Easy. Easy. I guess I could have used a Remnant Corruption on that one. Because with the Scarab, it can transform or change. Change would have been good there. This guy's tanky. Oh, he's freeze resistant, but we're still doing really good damage. That's what I like to see. This guy, okay. Just keep it going. Be a little careful about diving straight into packs. Oh, we tanked it. We tanked it though. What does he have? Not sure, but he was chunking me. I like that Orbs of Fusing drops in stacks of 5 now, because if you want to do a 4 link, you need 5 fusings. And before it used to drop like 3 or 4, and I'm just like, sometimes wouldn't be worth picking up. But now it's kind of weird. Wow, all of these have remnants of corruption. I was really hoping to, you know, oh, here we go. Transform some of them, you know.
Good find, Exile.
Did it go from screaming to shrieking? Let me look on the stream for the replay. Yeah, it went from screaming to shrieking. Rip.
Time to up the stakes.
Okay, nothing from the destructive play. It's okay. Now this boss does a lot of fizz damage, especially if he disappears. I have a very hard time like tracking him. As I say, I get hit by poison. Like, come on.
My mana is spent.
Straggler, strangle.
You absolutely delete him though. I went to pick up something and just... Okay.
Straggler, strangle.
What is happening? This map, there's something that goes wrong in this map every single time I do it.
Grip of the infinite.
Okay, like this for example. We spotted him.
Straggler, strangle.
Who was it? Bird. Oh.
This is the key to a crucible that stretches the sound.
Okay, nice. We get some chaos back. Okay, was that even worth? Let's put it this way. We got a couple of deafening. I guess like all the deafenings are like 3 chaos each, roughly. Yeah, okay, that one's actually 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3, 24-ish. Yeah, I guess it's like not bad. Oh, contempt. Isn't this like quite a bit? Yeah, it's coming down, but still quite a bit. You're getting like roughly 27-ish. 27-ish chaos. And that was kind of like a bad one too. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Let's take a look at the next one. What is this? I'm just gonna put it here. Oh, I totally forgot to put the essence over.
One of my captors felt no emotion. He did not hesitate to inflict pain. Now, all he feels is intense, unstoppable agony.
Yo, so, what's up? I'm back. What is this? Proximity shield. Trash. It looks like we're almost just one-shotting everything now. It's really good.
My mana is spent.
Good find, Exile.
Oh my god, this is like pure destruction right now. Oh, I had to die though. Say try not to die and I just run into that like.
Must have time to gather will.
I guess maybe 12 chaos is not bad. Good investment. Oh my god. Think maybe I didn't have the curse on it.
Time to up the stakes. Feel your life drain away.
Absolute destruction. Where is this?
This is into a crucible that stretches the sanity of the mind.
We might be able to do afflicted, what's it called? Like afflicted map bosses. That might be the play. Because our damage is super high right now with the Rain of Splinters.
He did not see value in a new life.
And like all the mobs were pretty much one-shotting. Oh, my hands are off too. I'm glad I tanked that because I was not gonna react to that. Nice on ground death effects. Wait, did they just make it brighter instead of darker? What it looks like. Hey, nice, we got the Zeal. I'm frozen in place. Good. Well, that's actually decent. Oh my god, tornado. Is the tornado damage buffed again? Saw the tornado coming. Oh, this is a resist. Cold resist. Might have to actually put on Ice Spear for this one. Oh, it's possessed too. my god, I'm frozen. These tornadoes, man, they're so scary. I bet you're playing TFT.
Time to up the stakes!
This is the key to a crucible that stretches.
What is happening? They're all just dying. Our build's like super strong now. Our tank is not the best, but you know.
One of my captives wore many faces, yet kept her true face hidden. Now she cannot escape her true face.
Oh, oh. Okay, see, this guy got resist on. We gotta switch to our ice mirror. And that should take care of him for the most part. There we go. Dika. Oh, yo, what's good, bro? Oh. Almost got wrecked there. I'm the wrong way. Damn, look at all the gold from strong boxes. I think I might put on like strong boxes instead of heist, maybe. Your internet's been bad?
Time to up the stakes! Storm and locked.
This is the key to a crucible that stretches the sanity of the mind.
Easy, Claro. We got a warlord map. I feel like it's worth something.
Hey.
Which is really bad. Cannot leash moves via attack speed. Okay, whatever. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. 116%. Crit multi attack speed. Extra damage. Energy shield. Oh my god. What a. At least no, like, reflect. Right? Oh, this is gonna be crazy juicy. Okay, let's see if we can do this. This will be a good test for our build upgrade. Let's see. Just gonna put this in for timestamp purposes. Just gotta look for where Minnow is. Okay, Hydra's there. Okay, Minnow, okay. Okay. Let's see who comes out. Oh, Minnow comes out first. Perfect. Oh, we're like shredding. Oh. Okay. Okay, we can't be touched for that. We're shredding. Oh no. Scuffing this? Hold up. I need to turn my Discord off. I'm messing it up. And now there's like so many of them now. Oh, I might have scuffed it. Maybe we don't have enough damage. The energy shield is like too strong. I really need to kill one. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen now. Oh, I messed it up so bad. I thought I had it. Yeah, yeah. Oh no. There's no way I'm doing it. Yeah, crit attack speed is yeah. Or the mods -10 crit multi crit chance, attack speed, extra damage, energy shield. Oh, I think if we had like more damage we could have been fine, but oh, that's unfortunate. I really thought I could have done it, but I type in failed attempt. Rip. Yeah, mods. Okay, for next time, so I can remember the mods, so I don't do dumb things like that again. Constrictor and Slaver. Okay, let's run a couple of these. Gonna Horizon them. Let's go back to Discord. I'm back. I had to do a boss fight and I was messing it up. So I went on mute, but it didn't matter. I messed it up. Were you guys talking about Apex changes? That's insane. Is the fire rate also going with that, or? Dude, that's insane. That sounds crazy, actually. Yeah, and if you put hammer points on P2020 with the Kimbo, like, your TTK is gonna be insane for a secondary. What's the buff for R301? What was it before? Like 28? Okay, okay. Not crazy, but pretty good. That's sad. Hemlock was a good gun.
Must have time to gather.
Yeah.
Fine.
Wow, what they do to shotguns. Oh, that's nice.
My mana is spent.
Good find, Exile.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for me because I'm more of a massive player than a PK player. Yeah. That's kind of insane. Double tap? No double tap. Let's see. Yeah, Disruptor is kind of strong. That's insane. That means it's gonna be strong though, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would pick up R9 every time. I can, I mean, from the care pack. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, really? Gotcha. Why you say KP? What does that have to do with KP? What the what? Yeah. You gonna get a second one?
Grasp your mortality tightly.
Must have time.
Pleasure so valuable.
Wow.
Time to up the stakes. Resist the assault.
Interesting. Right. Yeah, the QB just becomes an insane tank, and then you just switch to the Mastiff or PK, and you don't play.
Good find, Exile.
Yeah, I mean the gun show's good. I think the one thing about Spitfire is just because you have so much ammo, in the gun, like, you could like really hold down a spot. It's not a bad gun, you know, like. Yeah, the TTK, yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Avail of safety and security.
Alright.
Time to up the stakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Tethers.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
My mana is spent.
Yeah. Nah, I haven't looked at anything. I was gonna ask though, yeah. What do they do to fuse? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. They should have done that such a long time ago. It's been there since day one, Dakota. And he got released like 3 years ago. Cause I mean back then we didn't have evac towers. We just had to do it against big balloon. Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah. Yep. 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 I think Fuse is really good. Yeah, I think final circle fuse is like the most insane. Yeah.
Tight to this. Healed and fight on.
Yeah. Just don't have damage.
Healed and fight on. Grip of the infinite.
Yeah.
Twin terrors. Time bends to my will. Be healed and fight on. Mother was strangled.
Oh damn, we were able to do it. It was very, very bad, but
This has been
the
most entertaining.
100% climb.
Hit the price. I grow bored already.
That was rough.
Go now.
Mm. 1 second. Yeah, I think that invite was really hard, but we were able to pull through, and I don't know how many times I could do that. uh, One thing I want to actually do is I might just spend a little time leveling, and then I might start thinking about what to do for like a beginner strat, because I think a lot of people who are beginners, they kind of are struggling this league with currency, so you know, we could try to find a solid beginner strat that we can do, since we have like a clean Atlas tree still left. But I think I'm gonna spend some time just leveling a little bit. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome. We've much to discuss.
Oh man, our thing's empty.
Cheers.
Da, da, da. Eh. Actually, what two good maps next to each other? Beach. Nah. Colonnade, Shore, Mesa. I should go do Uber Elder. Oh, City Square. City Square. Oh, we could do City Square and Toxic Lair, I guess. Let's do a Conqueror map too. City. City Square. Then we'll do like one toxic server. Yeah, let's go do one Conqueror map. Wait, I have an idea.
Godslayer.
Oh, here we go. There we go. See?
I know the
I
Atlas
knew we'd
can
get one. I didn't even look at the mods, but should be fine. Playing a ranking. What do you think? Yo, so are you lagging? Oh my god, this thing kills me after.
My mana is spent.
It's possessed. Oh. There's no way that hits me. Okay. Oh my god, look how much like rings and stuff I got. Interesting. Who are you talking about? Oh, League. Okay. I think you kept on saying Lee Sin. I was like, what? Hell yeah. 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 Seems like it's only happening in League and not Discord, so. Okay. Soul's a very angry boy. I'll make any those in so many times.
Must have time to gather the blood.
I think I got a lot of gold on this map. I'm getting a lot of gold. How is this thing not done? God. Yeah, Soul's hacking. You know what's also free? Fucking hacks. But why don't you download that, Soul? When I've been telling you to. Well, yeah, bro. Everyone in Apex is cheating. Like, I just need you to do it on my team. So, like, you say that every single time, and so it's because we lost like 15 games in a row, and then we got put into a bot lobby. Damn, inside the trend. So it's about to mess up your entire life. Just so he could do better than you in Apex. You're just like, all right, I guess this is what it is. Nice, dude. That's funny. Damn, that's a lot of assist. Mm-hmm. Dude, Asmon is funny when he plays games. You should actually watch him play Swarm for the first time. That stream. You're gonna laugh, bro. Yeah. But if you watch that first stream, then you'll understand why he only plays strings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pick the other one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Right. So funny, dude. I don't know how good that base item was, but sell it. Yeah, it's very hard in ARAM. I mean, even when I play Kog'Maw or like MF and I pop off, it's because I'm not playing them AD. It the the problem with ARAM is for ADC is you literally are super dependent on your entire team. So if your team isn't good, like ADC cannot like do anything. Like your team has to enable you, whereas like tanks have like full agency, like Rel, like or like bruisers. They can just go in and just start stuff, and then your team could decide like how to join. And then for mages, like control mage specifically, like Victor, Anivia, Veigar. Do I? Is it better or no? What about now? Yeah. Yeah, any like control mage is also just gonna dominate because it just stops other teams from doing anything. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Even in like, if you look at endgame League of Legends, it's all about like protecting your carries, and it's the same thing. It's like the ADC. They just have to. They're like super reliant on their team to do stuff. Unless you play like Ezreal or something, or I don't know. Ezreal's like the best example of I'm an ADC and I can do whatever I want whenever I want. and with him, you could like have the agency. But if you're playing someone like Kog'Maw ADC, playing like Jinx or something, you're super reliant. But once Jinx gets going, you can snowball really hard because she get like bonus movement speed and stuff like that, so she could like play for herself a bit. Yeah, I think Jin is really good. It's just he's a different style of ADC. Like again with him, he's like you gotta protect him. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. If you know what you're doing on Jinx, then you can play aggressive. But most of the time, like people are just gonna get caught when playing Jinx if you like play too aggressive. Um, yeah, Jin basically has like no mobility. He just has one stun trap, but it's like very hard to execute. Like Caitlyn is an example of someone who can be aggressive, but she doesn't really have like that much movement. She does like you can use her net to get away, that's for sure, and traps. But the reason why she's good is because of actually range advantage. So like champions like Vayne, for example, they have like I think it's like 550 range or something like that, whereas Caitlyn has like 650 range, right? And it just makes Caitlyn do so many like aggressive things against most champions, and they can't react. That's why I like playing Caitlyn because most of the time, like I can just like destroy people because they just don't understand the range, right? So I go aggressive, and they try to go aggressive, then I back away, and then they try to back away, I'm like hitting them, and then like they're getting annoyed that I'm hitting them, so they try to turn, and I just like abuse the range advantage, and especially in ARAM, you're gonna get like one or two melee, and you're just gonna like make them cry. That and I also know Caitlyn combo, so like if you don't know Caitlyn combo, you're gonna not do as much damage. Yep, yep, it's 550, I believe. I think it's 550. I think. I don't know if it's lower, but she is a new ADC that I didn't really look into ranges. Mm-hmm. Mm. Nah, double lift is crazy, bro. No, see, that's my biggest problem with double lift. He's my favorite player to ever play in NA, and he's got that mindset, to do all that stuff, right? And he goes to NA, right? In Pro League, and he does all that, right? He just straight up destroys them. Then he goes international, and there's some insane mental block that I never thought this guy would ever have, and he has it. And he cannot like perform at that level ever. Like there's not one tournament where he's doing good in an international tournament. It's crazy. It's so wild. Yeah, like they're controlling tempo a lot, like really, really well. No, that's what I'm saying. In NA Pro Team, he's won like the most championships in the entire region. I think he's tied with Bjergsen. Maybe Bjergsen has like one or two more. And like he
Must have time to gather my will.
no, but like I don't know what happens to him in international, bro. Like he used to be my favorite player, and he wasn't even winning. You know, like it was crazy. It's like his storyline is sick, bro. Like it's actually sick. He used to just be a random guy, right? And he used to play support. And I mean, this is still true to this day. Like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, you're too dumb to play any roles, so you have to play support." And for the most part, he's still like pretty dumb, like in terms of like, uh, you know, like strategizing and like playing with the team. Like he's a good player outside of that, but oh no, I messed this map up. But yeah, he was like really bad, and he used to play for this team called CLG, and everybody used to be like, "Damn man, Double Lift's so good." Like, you know, like when he like, but they couldn't win, right? They just straight up couldn't win, and they actually like kicked him out, right? And he was one of the few players that like openly like after getting kicked out like trashed that entire org. They're like, "Yo, this org sucks, everything," and then he like took his jersey and like threw it in the dumpster as he left. Uh, and then he joined TSM again. He was like on TSM bench, and where they were like, "All right, dude, we need a support and just do what we say." And he joins TSM and goes to win like pretty much every single season for like the next 3 seasons. Like, and then TSM dumps him, goes to the next team, and then with that team he goes on to win a couple more. Bro, he's like he used to be one of my favorite players, bro. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Yeah, he does know a lot about the game for sure. It's just he's the weirdest case, bro. He's the weirdest case, cause he's like such like an aggressive like, yo, I'm gonna destroy everyone player. goes to international and just like turns into a little like puppy. Oh, dude, there's plenty of interviews. There's this, honestly, you know, like this whole concept of podcasting. I like, there used to be a guy who used to do it before. It was like a thing. And this guy, he calls himself the esports journalist or whatever. And no, Thorin. Um, Trevor took the label later, but before, like this guy, Dakota, he used to like early 2000 used to go to Korea and he used to write documents, articles on like StarCraft, like Brood Wars and stuff like that. Um, and he really liked Double Lift. And you know, like he used to be like, yo, like he used to like help him out. Like he used to help him out on like, you know, just giving him like advice and stuff like that so he could like play better. But Double Lift would always choke internationally. Um, and there's actually a lot of interviews. If you want to look, go to YouTube, type in like Double Lift reflections or something like that. Reflection. Yeah, you'll see it. Double Lift Reflections Part 1, Thorin. And he does a really good job. Like he does a really good job of like documenting all like esports.
My mana is spent.
Dude, the reason why really like League and watching League was also because of this guy Thorin, because they used to do like hype, right? They used to actually know what some of these players are gonna do before it even happens. Um, like they used to be like, oh yeah, dude, China, this guy from China is gonna come in and just shit on everyone in NA, and like everybody's like, yo, this team's so trash, like they're gonna get dumpstered, and everything they say would happen. They're like, wait, what just happened? Like, why is this guy just like going crazy? Um, they used to do like worlds shows, like preview, like things that they expect to happen before worlds happen, right? Like, you know, like the whole desk for esports, like the analysts and all that stuff. These guys used to do it before them, and they got like no credit for any of that from like Riot, because they've been like critical of Riot, so like Riot doesn't want to give them attention, but they basically helped Riot. Like all the formats that are like in League right now, they were saying that to do that like 10 years ago. Like they're low-key like underground, like I don't know, like the mastermind or something. I don't even know what they like call it. Yeah, it was 2014 that like yeah. And you know why the whole like vision thing is important is because of a team from 2014. It was called Samsung White. Yeah. That's Samsung White. And they were, you know what's crazy? Blue was the better team. And pretty much for the entire lifespan, Blue would always beat White. But the problem for Blue was they could never win uh uh the region, like region finals, right? So because they would always basically lose to Faker, right? Because at the time, like Faker, this is his like second year, right? His first year, you saw him like go on to win worlds and just like absolutely dominate, right? And now this is his second year, and it's like, dude, how do I beat Faker? So what they did was they swapped their mid laners, right, from blue to white and white to blue, and both teams were doing really well. And still, blue was the more dominant team. And actually, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'm like thinking back. I think in 2014, blue actually won the Korean. I think they won the summer LCS or like LCK or whatever. And what's crazy was they beat um I forgot their name. I think all I know is they had Cacao in it. And no, they actually didn't beat Cacao. What happened was okay. What happened was blue faced white in the semifinals, and blue beat white, and so blue was in the finals, I believe, and then it was Cacao's team, um, and Cacao's team actually won the summer thing, but at the time the way it worked was like it was based on the point system, right? So like whoever qualified was based on the points from like spring and your finishes on the summer. So I think um yeah, so what happened was basically Samsung Blue and Samsung White were the two teams going from Korea, okay, based on points and qualification and everything, okay? Now here's the fun part, right? Only three teams from Korea go, right? So how is the last team determined? It's via gauntlet, right? So who's at the top of the gauntlet? Just because they won LCK, right? Cacao's team is at the top, okay? And who's right below them in the gauntlet? Faker's team, right? And then who's below them? A random ass team, right? I can't think of them, right? And now who's below them is Najin White Shield, right? And guess who goes to the World Finals? Not the team that won LCK like literally a week ago. Not Faker, who was a god that came from last year. It was the fourth place Najin White Sword. Or White Shield, sorry. And you know how they did it, Dakota? They 3-0'd every single team in the gauntlet, bro. Like, I was like, there's no way. I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened to them, but like, I don't know what happened to them, bro. Like they just locked it in for that whole like 3 days or whatever. But I'll like never forget that. That was the I think the only year Faker was not in the World Finals, I believe. Yeah. No, that season Faker was like a mere fucking citizen, bro. Like to go back to like the vision stuff you're talking about. The reason why Samsung White became the better team is they actually figured out how to play Vision like around that time. They just weren't playing it perfectly because they had a mental block against Blue, right? White would destroy every single team, but they just couldn't beat Blue, right? And Blue would always beat them. And it was just unfortunate that White went against Blue in the semifinals. And that's why they lost. And then Blue went on to face, Kakao's team. Oh, I think it was KT. I think it was KT. Um, and what happened is in the Vision game, their jungler and support, right, which not a lot of people cared about, right? Because League started in NA and like, it was like popular in NA and EU, and like the way they played the game was completely different, right? They used to just play through like mid lane and ADC. And then China came in the next year and China was like heavily ADC dominant, right? And this, if you think about it, it makes sense because if you look at like team fighting as an aspect, that is what you want, right? You want your ADC to be cracked or your mid laner to be cracked, and basically you go on head to head. And then season 3 came, Faker showed up, and he was like, okay, best mid laner wins, right? Like he was influencing everywhere around the mid lane, all that stuff. Now comes in season 4 with Samsung White figuring out vision, and the way they play the game is the jungle and support would roam into the jungle to just put a ward. Okay? Not even gank, not even do anything, but to put a ward. Okay? And because of this, they can deter ganks from the mid lane. So the mid lane can't roam, right? Without wasting time. They can stop jungle ganks, right? And they themselves can control how they want to move around the game, right? They could like freeze the lane, they could push the wave, and then go for objectives and do all these things that we now know. But at the time, like nobody knew this, right? And on top of that, they were really good players. Like Mata was a support; he was just really good. And Dandy didn't even play his best champion until semifinals. And you know what's crazy? In 2014, like this storyline is just like so crazy, because in the semifinals, Samsung White has to face Samsung Blue for the World Finals, like again. But this time, like Samsung White like went like berserk, bro. Like they pulled out a Kali, they pulled out like all sorts of random ass champions, bro. Like they had it prepped. That like and like all of this is so hype, and all this stuff I know because I used to listen to that guy, Thorin. Like the storylines, that's what I liked about League, right? And that's what I like don't find in Apex, right? Like the only storyline in Apex is like design, you know. But it's like a story of like downfall, right? Exactly. So it's like exactly his. Yeah, it's like you want to know if Timmy can do it, and it's you watch him, but it's like Unfortunately, Timmy is not him. He is him outside of pro, but in pro, he is not him, and he tries to be him, and he fails. Yeah, you go crazy. Mm, mm.
I must have time to gather my will.
Dude, no, 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 dude. One of my favorite. The thing is, you could watch it all back because it's so fun. Like I used to have a playlist, so I could like remember like some of like the best things. But what happened? I think it was 2015, right? So it was just a year after that, or 2016. It was either 2015 or 2016. Okay. There's so many storylines, but one of my favorites was Fnatic, right? You know how good Fnatic is, right? Like as a org, right? You know how legendary Fnatic is, right? Um, so Fnatic's actually the only like Western team to ever win League, although like no other Asian players were there. But they're the only like Western team to win, um, Worlds technically. And it's they won the first one. Um, and at the time they had like the most cracked players, right? Like Xpeke, um, like Soaz top lane, Cyanide jungle. They had Reckless. I don't know if he still plays or not, and then Yellow Star. Yeah, yeah. So like these guys are like the best players in EU, right? So what happened was they're like fairly old, and basically some of them retired and some of them left the team, right? Like Xpeke left to go make his own team, right? And so Soaz also left with them to join that team and like make that team. Cyanide retired, um, and Reckless. This is the year Reckless was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna join the super team. And mind you, this was a super team. Like this team was stacked, bro. You might have heard of this one name. It's called Froggen. Um, so anyways, right? He joins the super team, right? Um, with a guy named Froggen. Froggen is like a super top player, but he never like a lot of people look down on him. A lot of people think that like he's like a passive player or whatever. But the way he plays the game is, I mean, he's one of the reasons why I like Anivia so much because Froggen used to play a lot of Anivia, and the way he used to win the game was he would just out CS you, and then at the end game, there's nothing you could do against him. Like he just gets like 4 items, and now you're just fucked, basically. Um, he was the first, like he was like one of the first early players that was like prioritized like CS, right? Like he would have like 300 CS by like a certain point, and a lot of other players didn't really do that. So now that's like core of the game, right? Like you have to do CS and then also like figure out like roaming and stuff like that. Um, anyways, their team was stacked. They had Wonder on top, Shook, Jungle, ADC was Reckless, and then their support was Nymph or something like that. Super team, basically. And in Fnatic, all they had was Yellow Star, right? Yellow Star was the only person who stayed on the team. He's the support, right? He's not even a carry player. He's just a support. And basically, they're gonna get 4 new players, right? So the first player, a lot of like leak happened was this just random French ADC, right? And they're like, oh my god, dude, Fnatic is gonna be so shit this year, like so shit, right? And I remember I was doing like fantasy drafts and stuff like that, and I like obviously I picked like all the players not on Fnatic, but as soon as the draft was over, I like picked up like all the players from Fnatic, right? And then they got these 2 people from Korea, right? Hooni, who is like a fucking baller, right? Like this guy's sick, right? Like obviously, he's a crazy player, all this stuff, but like the reason why I think he's sick is he negotiated at the age of 17 by himself like $1 million contract, bro. When other players were getting like 200K. You know how insane that is as a 17-year-old by himself, no fucking agent, dude? That's wild, right? That's when he went from EU to NA. Like he eventually comes to NA, right? And the other player was the jungler Reignover, right? And they got the sick support or sick mid laner named Febivin. Okay, now this name is important later. Okay, um, and oh yeah, this was 2015. I remember exactly now. I think 2015. Oh shit, no, I feel like it's 2015 or 2016. I think it's 2016. It's actually 2016. I'm pretty sure it's 2016. Anyways, this team goes on to become like undefeated, right? They are the first team to ever go undefeated all the way up into the finals, bro. dude, the, dude, that's so wild. So Hooni was a sub on SKT, right? So they pulled him, right? This is when like EU and NA, like EU started this first, so to speak. They started importing players from Korea. Like no one from Korea wanted to go to NA because like NA was considered like a trash region. Um, but then other players started going for like the money and stuff like that because they got like Team Liquid had like a hell of a lot of money, so they were like just buying players left and right. But they go on to be undefeated, right? And still, people doubt them, right? They still doubt them. They're like, dude, nah, man, these guys are wild card. These guys are trash, right? Like, they show up to MSI, right? They're like, all right, dude, Fanatics, they're kind of like trash. Because what happened was when they went undefeated to the finals, they actually lost in the finals, right? Um, and next season they actually go like 17-1 or something like that, and they win the finals. Um, but at MSI they go up against NA, right? Hooni picks Cassiopeia top lane, and everyone is already like shitting on him. There was like a pause or something, like technical break or something, and so like the analytics desk is like, yo, no, this is trash. Like this is the worst pick, everything, and like everybody's just watching. And Hooni goes on to like first blood top lane, like he shoves that tower in, gets like 3 kills, goes on to fucking carry the whole game. Like everybody's like, what is happening? Like, and at this time, Dakota, like no one expected Fnatic to ever like even make it out of groups, right? Because like Korea, China is basically like are gonna be the ones who make it out and are gonna be competitive. They go on to go to the semifinals against SKT, okay? And Febiven picked Zed against Faker's Azir, bro. And Febiven solo kills Faker not once, but 2 times and wins the game, bro. Like, how insane is that, bro? His his first year, this guy was a no name. Okay, four of the players on the team are no names, Dakota, and they go on to like be like one of the first teams to from like EU or like West to go to semifinals and perform really well against like a Korean team, right? They take it to game 5, or I think it was game 5 or game 4, but they take a game off of like Faker and SKT, um, and this is the year where they were like having Faker and Easy Hoon swap, and this is the infamous Faker LeBlanc game, which he ends up, which where he was undefeated, and then Pawn like counterpicks him and wins in game 5, defeating Faker's LeBlanc for the first time.
I expect a better performance.
I must have time to gather my will.
Oh. Bro, Dakota, I'm gonna send you a fucking a couple of videos for like a storyline. Yeah, yeah. 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 Well, like, what's an amazing story is also like, um, this guy named Rookie, and Nah, that's not true. The thing is, I don't think there will ever be another Faker. Like I legit believe that. And like the reason why I say that is like he's actually bigger than like Brady in my opinion. Like in terms of not like, you know, clearly not in terms of like money and like fame and like accomplishment and stuff like that. Like we're comparing like football and stuff, but I mean like context wise. Like he's bigger in context than Brady in football. Like Jordan. Like oh um oh fucking Mar Marino? That's the guy from. You might be talking about Joe Montana, who's from SF. It's probably Joe Montana then. Yeah, yeah, that's Joe. That's Joe. Yeah, that's Joe. Yeah. Yeah, that's. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, yeah. There isn't. That's what that's the problem because it's that's what you said is exactly the thing, right? In the context of let's say like what you just said, right? Football, right? Michael Vick created a meta of all the quarterbacks to like basically be like Michael Vick, right? Like running, do all this stuff, etc. Right? And that spawned a meta, right? And then, you know, Belichick was like, now we're gonna counter that by doing the opposite, right? Like we're gonna do like control style play where we're gonna focus on throwing and all that shit, right? And that's why Brady's the GOAT, right? Like Brady's the GOAT because he sticks to that and he knows how to play that well and he does really well at it, right? Faker is literally the combination of all the best quarterbacks and their styles. You know what I mean? There's no player in the game right now who can actually change their style to fit the meta and not only that be dominant, right? Because like for example, like Chovy is technically better than Faker at control, right? But Chovy could never beat Faker because Chovy could only play that style, right? And like Faker, he knows he's not better than Chovy at that style, but he knows how to pick the counter style to Chovy, right? So you need a player who is like can do it all basically and can learn how to like change across 10 years, bro. Across 11 years, bro. No one. There's no one. There's actually no one. Yeah, because you have to come right out the gate too, right? Like if you want to be compared to Faker, from day one you step in, you have to go win a world championship. If you fail to do that task, you are never going to be like Faker, right? You could go win on your second year, third year, or whatever, right? and then go on to win like 5 championships or whatever. But everyone's gonna say you lost on your first year, right? Like that's like a heavy tick mark, right? The one thing people have over Faker is he's never done like the Grand Slam, which is he won winning his region both for the spring and summer and winning MSI and World Finals. Like he's never done that. And he was about to, right? But that's why that storyline of Pawn beating him on game 5 with the counter pick ready for his undefeated LeBlanc is so fucking good. Like, and like the thing is that guy, Dakota. So he was the mid laner on Samsung White, right? Every single person in that team, like every single person, like outside of the team, said Pawn was the weakest player on Samsung White, right? And Pawn Pawn is the only player outside of winning to ever go back into the finals, like the year after. And I think Mata, might have made it to semis or world finals at Worlds. Um, but none of the Samsung White people have actually won more than one Worlds. But Pawn was like the only one to get to the finals. I think Mata, he might have gotten like a Worlds final, but he was on the bench. Like he didn't play. Like his second World Finals that I'm talking about. But Pawn, everybody was like, oh, Looper's the best player. Everybody's like, Dandy, Mata's the best player. Like in the long run, Dandy and Mata are like the greatest of all time because the way you play League of Legends fundamentally changed because of them. Um, but Looper, even the fucking ADC, right? The ADC imp, right? This is like Def, right? You know about Def, right? From like 2 years ago or whatever when they won Worlds. Yeah, like so on Samsung Blue was Deft, right? And he was the better ADC than Imp, right? And he was mad that they switched the mid laner, right? Because he had Pawn as his mid laner. You know how crazy these storylines are, bro? Like it's insane, bro. Yeah, like he was the only one on his team who wanted Pawn to stay, but he had like no like full say in it, right? Because he's also like a 16, 17-year-old, or like I guess, huh? I think Pawn was done, but like, bro, he like Deft was a much better ADC than Imp. Even Mata, right? Mata said, "Bro, why couldn't we just switch ADCs?" like, like, oh my god, dude. And you know what's crazy? That was probably Def's like biggest chance of getting to Worlds that year, right? It was basically his second year, right? And he had to wait all the way up until 2 years ago to finally get there and win, you know? Just dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. And you know what's Yeah, Braid's a good storyline. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, even what's his name, Ladanian Tomlinson or whatever his name was from Chargers. Dude, he was gonna be so sick, but like 2 years and he was done. Oh yeah, Andrew Luck, yeah. Mm. And what's crazy is Andrew Luck's career ended shortly too because he got messed up. And we still look at Andrew Luck more than yeah. Mm. Bro, bro, bro. Tebow had more of a storyline than any of these guys, and he wasn't in good keeping. Yeah, dude, he was the hype, bro. Yeah. Uh, I think he was on Broncos, but I think he started on Jets. I think so, right? He was on Jets, right?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to fucking Mark Sanchez,
Yeah.
unfortunately, who was supposed to be good but did not live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Um, and like the only other good storyline is there's another. There's fucking Tony Romo. Tony Romo is a meme within himself. Imagine having really good stats but never could win. Like that is the epitome of Sid. Having really good stats
Dude,
on a team
dude,
but
Tony
could not win.
Tony Romo had like the hype of the entire state every single year, bro. Without fail, every single year, everybody's like, bro, this is the year. This is the year. But like, they believed it to their core. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, it's because like he's actually a really good quarterback. If you look at his
he is,
statistics,
bro.
he's really good. His team just cannot come through for him. Like he just loses.
And
Yeah,
and and
and
if you
that's
want to
why it was like,
compare, if you want to compare it back to league, that is rookie. You you know
ah,
you know um that team I was saying in 2014 who won summer LCK and beat Samsung Blue.
yeah,
I was saying Kakao, right? Like so Kakao was a jungler, right? Kakao could you could say the same thing about Kakao, right? But the mid laner was rookie
yeah,
for KT. And
Oh,
it
I did.
took
Yeah.
and it took years, right? So every single person, this is the other thing about rookie, right? Every single year, every single person from Korea that year left Korea to go to China because they were getting the crazy contracts, right? Rookie was the only player from Korea that was performing in China. And you know something?
Oh, you're missing a coin. It's literally to the right.
What?
You're missing a coin. There's a coin on the board. It's to the right.
Where?
It's behind the wall. It's right there.
I see.
But
Go on.
you know what's crazy? The next year, Rookie learned Chinese to shot call in Chinese.
What the fuck?
Dude, this guy is crazy, bro. And then, you know when the Shy was popping off? Do you remember that or no?
The Shy?
Yeah.
When was this?
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't know if it was like. It was, I think,
That'd be out of my
2020.
range. I really.
Yeah.
I think I really only got into League like maybe 2021,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe 2022, something like that.
So the Shy was popping off, and he was like a big name for top lane. But
I lose. He has so many fucking 3 stars.
that was the year that like Koreans were dominating for like a very long time, and then
Yeah, dude.
IG came and
3 stars for the win. Wow.
rookie finally got a shot at the world champion, and he performed like crazy. Um,
Yeah.
I think he won twice too. I think he won twice with like two different Chinese players.
Like. Okay.
But a lot of people say that if you swap Faker and Rookie in how their like life went, like Rookie would have done the same thing.
Like,
Yeah.
look at all these 3 stars,
So
dude.
so
I've never
Rookie
seen so many
to
3 stars.
go back to your earlier question, the only other player, there's like no new player that's gonna be like Faker, but the only other comparable player to Faker was Rookie.
You really just have to have a good name.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to have a good name.
Bro.
That's what it comes down to.
It's crazy, bro. Like some of the storylines are so crazy, and like that Samsung Blue team, you know, like the storyline continue. Like any of the players you pick from them, they have their own storyline, right? Like I just mentioned, Def, the jungler, right? Of Blue was this guy named Spirit. In Spirit, this is this is by the way. So this goes back to NA, and this includes TSMs. TSMs only win in the international stage, right? Ever in League of Legends history is against Spirit, right? And
Right.
and this is at IEM, okay? And like the reason why it happened was there was a monster team coming from Korea, right? I'm talking a monster team. This is like a team that beat all the other teams in fastest time, undefeated. I'm talking not even a single game drop, right? Because they play best of threes in Korea. Not even a single game drop, right? This team was sent there, right? And Spirit, bro. I'm not even kidding, bro. By himself, right? This is one of the reasons why I play Nidalee, right? By himself, Dakota, I'm not even kidding, destroyed this team, okay? In a 5 game series, he carried, I'm not even joking, Dakota, like 3 of the 5 games to get them the win.
What the fuck?
Like
With
out of
Nidalee?
with Nidalee, bro. Like he was like hard carrying by himself. And they go on to make the biggest upset ever. Like if you bet on that game, Dakota, the odds were something like 1 to 10 or something like that.
Right.
And then, they go to the finals and it's like the Spirit's like, bro, I don't know how I did that, right? Like, and then they go against TSM. TSM is a much better team. Like, if Spirit doesn't perform, that whole team collapses, right? And
Oh, yo.
Spirit didn't perform, so the TSM wins their first and only international like tournament in the history of League of Legends.
Yo, they gave us
Oh,
fucking
shit.
gold, shard gains, descendant XP, fucking weapon XP for 3 days. Ah, you're too nice. You're too nice. I'll save that. For later.
Oh, dude. League, man. How long has it been around? 10 plus years? 15?
2009 it came out.
Yeah, so 15-ish.
Will I play a game of ARAM?
I mean, I'm down.
Oh, still got an hour, bro. Fuck, I'm gonna try her. I have an hour.
Yeah,
Let me
Dale,
just
I'm gonna
grab some shit.
end my stream here. I just wanted to like chill because I made the video, so Might end the stream
Nice.
there.
Yeah, no, dude. That's why like, League